You've seen them. The people who are loud, absolutely certain, and completely wrong. Pause. It's frustrating, isn't it? You try to explain a simple concept, something logical, and they just stare at you blankly. Or worse, they get angry. Most people think intelligence is about how many books you read or what degree hangs on your wall. But psychology suggests something different. True cognitive intelligence isn't about what you know. It's about how you behave when you don't know. There are specific, subtle habits that reveal a lack of cognitive processing power. And if you are the type of person who constantly questions yourself, who overthinks every interaction, you might be surprised to find that your anxiety is actually a sign of the opposite. Let's decode the behavior of lower cognitive intelligence. One by the echo chamber effect. The first sign is a complete lack of curiosity about opposing views. Psychologists call this cognitive rigidity. Imagine a brain like a concrete room. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out. When a person with lower cognitive flexibility hears an idea that challenges their worldview, they don't get curious. They feel attacked. Their brain interprets a new idea as a physical threat. So they react with anger or mockery. They shut down. If you are an overthinker, you probably do the opposite. You torture yourself looking at a problem from 10 different angles. You play devil's advocate in your own head at 3 a.m. It's exhausting, I know. But that ability to hold two opposing thoughts in your head at the same time, that is the hallmark of a high-functioning mind. They look for comfort. You look for truth. 2. The immediate now trap. But this next habit is one that even smart people struggle with, though for a different reason. It's the inability to delay gratification. In psychology, we look at time preference. Low cognitive ability is often linked to a high time preference. This means the person can only focus on the present moment. They want the sugar, the impulse purchase, the drama right now. They physically cannot visualize the future consequences of today's actions. It's why they repeat the same mistakes year after year and call it bad luck. They aren't unlucky. They are just blind to the future. Now, you might have bad habits too. Maybe you scroll too much. But there's a difference. When you waste time, you feel guilty. That guilt is your brain's way of visualizing the future you should be building. They don't feel that guilt. They just feel the next urge. 3. Here is the part nobody wants to admit, and it's about how we judge people. The third habit is black and white thinking. To a simple mind, the world is a simple place. People are either heroes or villains. Ideas are either 100% right or 100% wrong. There is no gray area. This happens because nuance requires cognitive load. It takes actual energy to say, this person is a good friend, but they made a bad decision. It is much easier, energetically speaking, to just say they are a traitor. If you find yourself exhausted by social interactions, it's often because you are processing the nuance that others miss. You see the subtext. You hear what wasn't said. That drains your battery, but it means your processor is working at a level they can't even perceive. 4. External blame. Finally, there is the habit of the victim. Psychology refers to this as an external locus of control. When something goes wrong for a person with lower cognitive ability, it is never their fault. It is the system. It is their boss. It is the weather. They believe life is something that happens to them, not something they create. Because taking responsibility requires analyzing your own behavior, finding the flaw, and correcting it. That is a complex algorithm. Blaming others is a simple reflex. If you watch this video worrying that you might be the one with low intelligence, that fear is your answer. A mind with low cognitive ability rarely doubts itself. It is protected by a shield of ignorance. The fact that you are analyzing your own thoughts, questioning your own intelligence, and trying to improve, that is a process called metacognition. It's a luxury only the intelligent can afford. You aren't broken. You're just operating on a different frequency. If you enjoy understanding how the mind works, subscribe.